Scott Grove here. Welcome back to lesson number 16. Okay, in lesson 15 we learned how to do some walk-ups. And guess what else? Yeah, walk downs. Okay, so all that kind of stuff. And you were supposed to, on your own, pick that up, make it faster, and do. Okay, that kind of stuff. If you haven't, go back and do number 15. Okay, so with number 16, I'm going to continue on that same train of thought. But assume that you have these walk-ups and walk-downs in this basic country style already taken care of. Okay? Because I'm going to insert now some other stuff from previous lessons that will make everything just a lot more musical. Okay? So I'll just come up here to you and we will use my fancy camera guy here and show you kind of what I'm talking about. Remember we had like in the A shape with one finger? You're like, I don't know. If not, go back, check it out. Okay? Or see if this jars your memory. I'll try not to go blazing fast. But then you've got D. Okay, and then you've got E in here. All this kind of stuff. Okay, yep, we've done all this. Okay, so if we're doing the A thing with the walk-ups, now to our 5 chord, the E. Okay, now that is very basic and can get you through a lot of life and be plenty happy with it. But if you're not going to be singing all the time, it's just kind of nice to be able to accompany yourself while playing some other stuff. Okay, again, what I just showed you. Okay, so you could go. Okay, and a lot of times you won't even need the walk downs. You just put them in periodically. Okay, the previous lesson on 15 was just to teach you how to do them. And again, if you're doing this kind of stuff, you won't need them all the time. There was a point where I taught you how to do your dominant sevenths, which was this. Okay, and you won't do it on the 4 chord ever, but you can do it on the 1 and then you go to the 4 and you won't do it, but back to the 1, Then you do the 5. Okay, that was just a pinky, open B, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. And then a walk, just for fun, and a quick one. They don't all have to be a real slow walk. You got just enough time to cram one in, cram it in. You'll get used to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the A, D, E thing. 1, 4, 1, 5 like we've been doing. So it'll be A, D, A, E. And again, the second time around, generally, again in country style music, it tends to have the ending part change chords quicker, and therefore things will speed up. Okay, so for just a refresher, A, 1 finger chord. Now if you're going to do nothing more than like add a 7th to it, like A, or just lift up your middle finger, whichever sounds better. Real quick like that, then you can just make it the 3 finger A. Okay, so just up to you what you plan on doing with it, and you can change it every single time. That's why it's music. You get to make it up as you go. It's yours. Do with it what you want. Like I always like to say, it's like I give you the hammer and the nails and the wood, and you go build yourself a house. Okay, make it your way. Have it your way. I can't remember who that was. Anyway, so we're going to do the A, and I want you to basically remember we have going on the D string, so all the notes that are fretted here on the D, G, and B string. So 2, 4, next string 2, 4, next one's 2, 3, 5. And the last one, because of the way this is all tuned, is 2, 4, 5. So if you go backward, it will sound exactly like Joy to the World. Okay, so that kind of stuff, but you can just throw it in very slow to begin with. Now you got this D. Remember, you can add the pinky, take off your middle finger, or take off that finger. Add the pinky to the 4th fret of the G, because you got like so that kind of, I'll teach you that in a little while, but that shows you a little back history of what we've played. So this one, middle finger up and down, that finger up and down, pinky on the 3rd fret. You can reach all the way up to the 5th fret on the high E if you can. If you can't, it's not a can't, it's just something that will happen. Again, if anything here on your arm hurts or your wrist hurts, again, it's just holding the guitar wrong, incorrectly. It should never ever hurt, nothing. If anything, it'll be those that hurt. I have calluses and those don't hurt. You should build those up and they will never hurt again, ever. I don't feel that, okay? And when we go back to the E, we also have, we can take both of these down. You know, but just like they're glued down. That's a hammer on. can do the E7 because we're getting ready to go back to the A. And that's putting your pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string. It's cool to do this here a little hammer on too, on the G string. Okay, that's the note. That there is actually what you hear at the end of the TV show Cops. Okay, 2 of those, then hammer on, open E, then E7. That's how the movie or the TV show Cops ends. I know you don't care, but hey, there it is. Okay, so in A, here's just off the cuff using what I just showed you. Okay, so you can see what's going on. You start adding all the stuff that I showed you before. Okay, now let's go to something different like C, F, and G. C, F, C, G. So now you've got this stuff. All that stuff we learned, if you need it, go back and learn it again. On the F, we can do everything on the 3rd string. Oh, I'm sorry, 3rd fret with your pinky. A lot of hammer-ons. Back to the C. Okay, there's a cool one. Okay, so the same thing, start off with the walks, and then we'll add some stuff that we learned a while back. Okay, so here's just the walks. Okay, so now we can add in some stuff here. Okay, I'm hitting 2 strings at a time. For that one, then you have the pinky to do all kinds of stuff. And then on the 3rd fret, skip the G string, put it on the 3rd fret of the D, okay, but if you're going to go for the C7, that's when you will put your pinky at the 3rd fret on the G string. So you got so no walk up, just because you're playing something else. No walk up, now walk down. I omitted a few walk-ups and walk-downs because I was having fun with just playing around with all those little notes we learned before. Now you can see how they interact with the chords, and you get to choose whether you want to do the walks or whether you want to do some goofing around with some melodies, or you can omit the walks altogether now, or just toss some in every now and then, you know, or not at all. It'll all change because you may not want to do this country thing all the time. You want to do something else. Get rid of the walks. The walks are definitely country, bluegrass, that kind of thing. But any kind of other thing, you'll be doing different types of strumming, you know, like that kind of stuff, or but the same rules still apply, and you can put the 2 minors, the 3 minors, and the 6 minors in there. Okay, so you can see, man, this hand over here, it does a lot. Don't forget, big muscles. You gotta learn to do all this stuff, and then you get this going on. You're gonna impress the people with that. Okay, so that is the big thing here for lesson 16, is to try to do the walk-ups and then all the tricks you learned as I was going through, every single lesson being a different chord. So you had the F chord, the A chord, you know, for a whole lesson. That's what those are about. We use those now. Okay, so you can either put them in with the country walking things or totally get away from them. Okay, in a little while we'll just totally get away from the country and do something else. Okay, so I'm gonna get over here and sit on my little stool, and yeah, that's bend over. I'm not getting back up. So there's 16. It's just giving you a segue to other things, but at the same time, really filling out feelings. Filling out all your other country type of stuff, but it's needed because it's what you've heard so far, and it's the easiest thing that I know that I can, you know, teach you with before we move on to other kinds of things. So again, go back to all those lessons where I just taught the 1 chord and dig those, you know, little fancy things out again and add them now to these walk-ups and walk-downs. And sometimes don't do the walk-ups and walk-downs. Concentrate on putting all those groovy notes in instead, and throw a walk in, you know, the walks now and then, just to keep on it. Okay, so I'll be back for lesson 17, and we're going to get into some pretty crazy stuff, actually. See if you can handle it. A little more on the hammer-ons and pull-offs, okay, because it's going to get really complicated fast because I want it to for you guys, and then break it down, make it faster, make it slower, whatever. But it's going to be a cool lesson, so stick around for 17. Later.